recording. We're good.
Okay. Wonderful. Oh. Okay. So sorry, I missed all the highs and hellos to everybody. Okay. Jamie, you want me to go ahead and just start with 2015 stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we are kind of going to split this little talk up into two sections. First, we kind of want to talk to you guys about things you can do to help close out 2015. That way it sets you up for success in 2016. So we're going to give kind of like a checklist of things that we all want to be doing for the rest of December so that at the end of 2015, we're all set and ready for January to start for the new year. So we will, at the end of this call, we'll post the video and we'll post the to-do list of things for everybody so that you guys can all see what those 5 things are. It's the top 5 things that we kind of want you guys to be doing throughout the month of December so that you're ready for January. So we'll post that list so you can kind of see them and keep yourself accountable to that checklist, making sure that you're continuing to do those things. So first and foremost on the list, I don't know, I mean, I think, well, I guess everyone on this call is, well, I don't know. You may or may not have finished the coach training videos from Team Heartwork and Sunshine. Depending on how recently you've become a coach, you may still have a couple of those to watch. So one of the major goals for us all to do before the end of the year, it would be to finish those training videos. So I think there was 14 training videos. So first and foremost goal is to get those finished. If you've already finished those videos, then you've got the first thing done and ready to check off of your list. So I would suggest as you watch those videos to go through and make notes over certain things and kind of maybe summarize what each video was about, because even now I go back to those videos sometimes and it's a lot easier to find which video I'm looking for because of the notes that I took that kind of remind me of which video to look for. That way I don't have to go through all of them trying to find one thing. So take those notes as you go so that it is helpful for you. Obviously, ask your upline if you have any questions with those videos as you go.
We lost you, Kayla.
Oh. Okay, I'm back. Here I am. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay. So that's number 1. Some of us have already finished that. Some of us are still working on them. Just make sure that that's number 1 priority for you to get through those videos before the end of the year. The next thing that we want you guys to do, I know when we say let's work the whole month of December to set ourselves up for success for January, we're like, yeah, that sounds great. And then we're like, okay, what does that mean? So what should I be doing right now to get ready for that? So one of the things that Jamie and I feel is really important for you guys to be able to do, or that you should be doing throughout this month, which is going to help you without you even knowing or realizing that you're building yourself up for January. One of those things is going to be creating a contact list. So this contact list is basically just a long list, as many names as you can think of people that you can contact on Facebook. Friends, people you've known and haven't talked to for a while, or just anyone. As many names as you can think of, this should be your contact list. And what Jamie was telling me is Facebook is really kind of cool and tricky. All the algorithms are kind of hard to figure out sometimes, but people that you are personally messaging through Facebook, it sees that and it knows that, and so it puts your posts on their newsfeed more often. So that is really encouraging for us and should make us want to be having those private message conversations with as many people as we can. So when you do this, I mean, it can be just a simple, hey girl, doesn't have to say anything. In fact, maybe don't mention anything about Beachbody. Just start building that relationship with them and kind of touching touching back with them and kind of catching up with them, especially with some people that it's been a while for. So, I mean, simple messages. Jamie was kind of giving me some good tips yesterday, saying that she'll literally just like stalk their Facebook page and find something in common. So wedding pictures are easy. Brittany, that would apply to you too. Easy to find and say, oh my gosh, best day ever. Love your pictures. They're great to look at. Or holiday season is great because everyone's posting pictures, family time, decorations, all this stuff. It's easy to just find something and say, I love seeing your posts. I love seeing these pictures of your wedding. It's so much fun. Anything. You can find anything. And it doesn't have to be a lot, just a couple sentences or two. And that gets the conversation going, and more than likely they'll respond back, and you can kind of just keep this, casual conversation going, eventually hoping that they might bring up Beachbody or ask you kind of what you're doing, and you can mention it, slide it in there. Another great thing that Jamie said yesterday that I thought was cool was she said, you've been popping up all over my news feed, and I just love seeing all your. She said, even if they're not popping up, say that because they'll love it. People can't resist a compliment. So if you compliment them, they'll never question why you're messaging them. They'll never question you at all. They'll just love the compliments, and then a conversation has started. So, these don't have to be conversations that go back and forth multiple times a day or anything. Just ongoing conversations to kind of keep up with people and kind of be a way to keep up with things that are going on in their lives and to keep you on the front of their mind whenever they decide that they're ready to kind of make a change. So, this contact do what?
Am I muted?
No.
Hey, I was just going to add in, when she says like to create a contact list, she means like literally write it down. Like I have it out, but I have like a list that I've written down. Pretty much it may be people that I've ever liked a post of mine. When I first started as a coach, it was mostly friends and family or people that, and this may kind of sound crazy, but this is kind of like my thought process. If I know someone that's posting a lot on Facebook, doesn't do anything with fitness, but they're already comfortable with social media, I would normally reach out to them and just be like, and somehow it's an easy way in just to like talk to them. And when I first started, I really did bring up Beachbody at the beginning, but I recommend not doing that. I would use this time to like build the relationship and really kind of like Kayla was saying, get them to be thinking of you top of the mind so that when push comes to shove, everyone's going to have a New Year's resolution. They'll be like, oh, well, I was already talking to so-and-so or whatever. Now, if they ask about Beachbody, obviously talk about it. And you'll kind of learn. I've learned ways to weave in to get them to kind of direct to ask me about it, as kind of crazy as that sounds. But, if you ask about their job, they'll normally ask you back. And you can talk about your other job, but then you can talk about Beachbody. I even sometimes say, like someone was asking me about, I don't even remember what it was, but I like somehow randomly brought it up. So it's like there's ways to go about it without saying, hey girl, I think this is a great fitness program for you. Do you want to buy it? Or hey, do you want to join this group? Now there are times to invite for sure, but when we talk about this contact list for this month, I would just recommend literally making a list of names of people you think would just rock at it. And they may not even know that you're doing Beachbody. Some of the people I had on my list, like, they don't even know that they're on my list. But I'm like, you're comfortable with social media. I think you'd be great. You have a voice, like anyone you have something to say. So everyone, like we always talk about, everyone matters. So just make sure, like, to write it out. And I think that was one thing that was hard for me to understand at the beginning when people say, well, send out 5 to 10 Hey Girls a day. I'd be like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be the person that's reaching out to all these people saying, you should join me. If it's a close friend, that's different. Like you could say, hey, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. Would you want to join me? I mean, you kind of know the person, so you can kind of fill it out. But if you're genuinely reaching out to someone you haven't talked to, like, in months, it doesn't even, like, you can just, I really, like, as crazy or stalkerish as I sound, I will go to their page, see when they last posted, see what they posted about, and then I'll somehow, like, make it into a compliment to them and then say it was in my newsfeed, even if it wasn't, or something to that effect. Or look at their profile picture. You know, like with me, I'm like obsessed with my dog. So if anyone has a dog, I'll just bring that up right away, or things like that. It's like, it doesn't have to be Beachbody at all, and it will come up naturally for sure. So just when she says that, I would literally make a list, because all the time, I was telling her this last night. What I'll do is I'll screenshot people, like, oh, I see her post today, I should reach out to her and see how she's doing. I will screenshot their photo, and then I'll go back to my pictures in my phone. If I'm like, I need to message someone, I'll go back and see who I screenshotted and I'll message them. Like, it's not, it's kind of like working Facebook, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. I don't know. Sorry, keep going.
No, that's good. And I was going to mention your screenshot thing. I really liked when you said that, because so many times we're just like really quickly scrolling through Facebook and we'll see something, but we don't necessarily have time right that moment to message them.
Yeah.
So taking a screenshot is really a good idea, so that later when you do have a second and you're sitting down and you're thinking, okay, who was I going to, what did I see that made me want to message? You can go back and see it and then shoot that message. So that's a good idea. I like that a lot. But yeah, just to reiterate what she was saying, physically write this list down. Like, write down as many names as you can. Anyone that you can think of, write these names down. And especially now, it's a great time to be reconnecting with people, period, because it's the holidays. So, and then like she said, having these conversations so closely to the end of the year, you're going to be who they think about come January, when everybody's making those New Year's resolutions. So that one is a very, very big one on our list. Make that list, write it down. It's also helpful to have it on paper, so that when you are talking with these people, if Beachbody comes up and if they say they're interested, but maybe not now, but maybe sometime, or maybe they're going to try the gym, whatever, you can write that kind of like out beside their name, so you remember, because eventually you start talking to so many people, it's hard to remember that. So you can write down, okay, they're going to try the gym. How about next month, ask them how that's going. How's your gym? How's your fitness goals going? I remember you saying you were wanting to try the gym. Hope that's going well for you. Opens up the door. They'll either be doing great at it or they won't, and they'll be reminded, oh yeah, maybe I should join you now, right? So it's helpful to have all that on paper, so that you can kind of make those notes and help remind yourself too. Okay, so that's number 2 that we want you doing. First, finish the videos. 2, make your list, as many as you can. 3, we want you guys to be really present in your posts, right? That's an easy way to set yourself up for January, set yourself up for the new year, is being present on Facebook, period. People are going to see your face. They're going to be seeing your posts. They're seeing you talk about the products, talking about Shakeology. When the New Year's resolutions roll around, you are going to be who they think of. So even if it's just whatever, I mean, I know we're all at different stages in our posting. Like, before, y'all, I've probably posted more in the past 5 months than I've posted in the past 50 years. I'm not even 50 years old, but I've never posted that much before, ever. So it was a new thing for me to kind of start posting and sharing on Facebook. So I started slow. I started with like 3 posts a week, because I never posted. So now I've worked up to 1 to 2 times a day. I usually try to do something on my fitness page and on my personal page, which is funny that I have to try to think of something to post on my personal page, but I do. So just be present with those posts. Make sure you're being consistent with it. So if you're the type of person that doesn't post very much already, maybe don't come out with the goal to post 4 times every day, because that's going to look weird, you know? So ease into it. Do what's comfortable for you. The main goal here is to just be consistent. At least be posting something or being present throughout the week, so people can just be reminded of you and be seeing your face. Really, you just want people, and they don't have to be, you guys, they don't have to be, I get caught up in this all the time, they don't have to be these masterpiece posts, okay? Just share. Snap a picture of your shake, slap a sentence in there how it's awesome, and go about your day, right? These don't have to be perfect, all wonderful things that I stress over all the time. Just post it, be present, and let people see you, okay? That's the goal right now, is to just keep being seen. So that's another of one of the checklist things that we want you guys doing. Be consistent with your posts. Obviously, these are goals to do throughout the year, but we're specifically wanting to focus on them right now to kind of set our team up.
Uh-oh. She froze.
for the new year. Okay, and then our next, sorry, my mom called. Did that mess everything up?
Oh no, it just froze.
Okay.
You're like, and I was like, wait, did everyone?
Here I am. Sorry. Maybe she'll get the message. Okay. The next thing and last thing that we want you guys doing is, now that you have that contact list, now that you have it written out, start those conversations. Start having the conversations. Start initiating talk with people. Start reconnecting with people, touching base with people, all of that. My goal, well, Jamie and I have kind of decided we want our team goal to be bare minimum, like, or else, we are going to do this together, at least 2 to 3 conversations started each week. So that's a very reasonable goal, I feel like. And some of us will probably be able to challenge ourselves more and add in a couple more. So maybe you're going to say your goal is going to be 2 to 3 per day. It just kind of depends on where you are. But in order to set you up for your business to take off in January, we at least want you talking to 2 or 3 people per week. If you talk to 3 people per week, and this is just rock bottom, right? Bare minimum. There's 4 weeks in the month of December. That's 12 people that are fresh on your mind, 12 people that you've been personally messaging that are going to think of you when January comes. So really the way you can think of this is just the more people you talk to in that week, the more people are going to be thinking of you when the new year rolls around, right? So at least 2 to 3 per week is our goal. And if you can challenge yourself and do more than that, then you're only going to be bettering yourself and your business when that New Year's rolls around. Okay, so first was finish videos, make the contact list, be present in your posts throughout the month, and then start those conversations at least 2 to 3 per week, maybe more if you want to challenge yourself. What do you think, James? Anything else to add?
I thought of like, we wanted 5 just because the number.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I thought of the 5th one, and it's not really something I guess to do. It's more something to think about. And I know you always hear people say, think about your why.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say is think about your why. The reason why I bring that up, the holidays are a really good time. I mean, like Thanksgiving, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You just think about what all you're thankful for, your friends, your family, food, fitness, and your health, your job, your school, whatever it may be. And, behind every goal or everything that you're doing, there should be a purpose. And, this job, Beachbody in general, it's really easy to get so much information. It's really easy to get boggled down in success club points, commission, team, challenge packs, whatever it may be. But honestly, like, I want you to kind of throw all that out the window and think about you for a second, and think about, one, what has any of these programs done for you? Like, don't even think about coaching right now. Think about what has changed in your life and what caused you to want to be a coach to help other people. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're helping other people. My favorite thing about this company is they always say your paycheck reflects the amount of people you're helping. And that's amazing if you think about it. So it's like we have endless possibilities, but like it's helping more and more people. So if you think about this business as genuinely a business to help better someone's life, like for me, the biggest thing is I've gained confidence in myself. If I can help some other woman feel beautiful about herself, my job is done. Not about hitting Success Club 50. It's not, I mean, that stuff is all great, but like if that's the case, then hopefully that many people are feeling confident again. Like, my goal is to help people the way I've been helped. And because there is endless possibilities, I want to be a coach because I want to be able to have the freedom to spend time with my family. And I'm really realizing how important that is, especially around the holidays, because like for me, I'm working this full time. So like on Sunday, when we got back, I wasn't, dreading Monday morning like I did this time last year. I was in a job that I hated with a horrible boss, and I dreaded going back to work. I'd cry on the way to work. It's like, that's not fun. Like, I love when I can, like today my mom came over at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon for no reason. Like, stuff like that, it just that's why I'm doing this. I'm still working hard. This is a very slow season, and it's frustrating. Trust me, it's just as frustrating for me as it is for everyone else when you're hearing no's. But I keep pushing because I want this. I want to have this as a full-time job. I'm not going to give up because of the little things. So think about why you signed up to be a coach. If it's to be a discount coach, great. That's fine. Use that. I mean, work on yourself. That's going to be such a beautiful thing for yourself and for your family, for your friends. Like, it makes you a better wife, friend, girlfriend, daughter, whatever it may be. But like, hold that close to your heart and let that drive you. Like, don't just, I'm very guilty of getting stressed out for not selling enough or not having, whatever it may be. And that's not what it's about. And I think that, like, this past week, I've really realized that, and it's just made a huge difference of how I attack my days. And it makes it so much more enjoyable. It's so much more fun. Like, I love getting on Facebook and seeing, I mean, my coaches' coaches or my coaches' coaches talking about what's happening in their life because of this program or because of this company. And I'm like, well, it's a ripple effect because they, like, and so just think about that. Think about what you want, see a bigger picture, and just keep going. Know you can help somebody because you can.
Yeah, I love that you remembered to say that, Jamie. Think about your why. You're going to hear people say that a million times, but really, especially in this season right now, to think about that why, maybe write it, post it somewhere, have it close to your heart, close to your mind, because this is not the most busy time of the year, okay? This is a season where we're building and prepping for when it is going to be busy. So it's going to be it has been. If you've been a coach for a month or two, it's slow, and it can be slow. So don't let that discourage you. That's why we need to keep that why really close, because if you have that why, if you have that reason for why you're doing this, it doesn't matter how slow it is. It doesn't matter, right? You're doing this for a different reason, not because it's fast or it's slow, right? So if you keep that, but it's so easy to forget or get caught up in, oh, I've got to do this and that, and keep that why close, because if you have that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's slow, and it helps you remember that's not why you're doing this anyways. You're doing this for this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, okay? And so this is the season when we're building and prepping for when this gets to happen, and that's why you're doing this. So just kind of keep that close, like she said, and don't get discouraged during this time. If you do get discouraged, don't feel ashamed about that either, because, I can't tell you how many times I've said, Jamie, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to think of a post to put on Facebook. Y'all, that is my biggest struggle. If every time you see a post on Facebook now, just say, oh, she's stressed out about that post, because I don't post on Facebook. I'm just not good at it. It doesn't come natural to me. So, well, thank you. Thank you. That's not what comes natural to me at all. I could go through 2 years and never think, oh wait, let's share this with the world, because I don't think about that. But I'm starting to train myself to be that way. But it's easy to get caught up with all those stressful things and get down on yourself. So, at first I was like, I can't believe I'm even saying that. Like, why I feel so terrible that I would think I don't want to do this today. But don't. We've all thought that. You're going to think that, but it's just a time to take a step back, breathe, remind yourself of your why you're doing this, and kind of give yourself that little pep talk that we all kind of need sometimes. So that was a great point to bring back up. Jamie, do you want to, I know we don't have much time left, or do we? Okay. Do you want to maybe talk about, questions, and then maybe talk about best times for another Zoom call, and maybe we can do standards for 2016 then? Or do you think we have time to squeeze it in?
What time is it? Because we didn't start at 8.
I think 4 minutes ago it said we have 10 minutes, so we probably have about 6 minutes.
We have 5 minutes left?
Yeah.
Okay.
About.
Yeah, so I guess one thing that we were going to go over, like, I've just kind of been thinking, and Kayla's been helping me think of, like, ways that we could, as a team, better the processes that happen when we add in a new coach, when you are a new coach and you are added to all of these team pages or whatever it may be, we're also trying to get just, I don't know, like a better process and standards for our team moving forward. So then, like, when you know you're adding a coach, you know what to do, or stuff like that. So that can come at another time. We have a lot of really exciting things that are going to happen in 2016. I'm insanely excited. A goal of mine for 2016 is for all of us to be an elite team. And that is 110% possible.
Yeah.
And I want to stress that that's a team effort. It's not me at all. It's not anybody. But what that is that it's the top 1% of the company, and it makes you an elite team, and it means that you have at least 5 stars on your team, 5-star diamond. We can go into that later, but that's my goal. And so we have little things that I think we can incorporate into our team that will help us get there and help all of us kind of become more empowered as moving forward and building our own teams and things like that. I think the one thing that I will tell you all about that I think is going to be really, really big is with the training videos. I only mentioned this because we talked about wanting y'all to watch training videos.
Yeah.
We're going to, when you are a new coach, first of all, we're going to, whoever your upline is, you're going to have a call with them or an email first sent out. I'm going to create this email template where you can say I added you as a coach yesterday, Brittany. I would email you today, and it would just be this questionnaire of what kind of coach do you want to be? Discount, hobby, or are you aspiring for this to be your full-time job? And that can change over time. I mean, that changed for me. I know that changed for you, Brittany. I know it changed for you, Kayla. It's changed as you get more into the business. But when you first start, if you only want the discounts, I don't want to be blowing up your phone every week asking how things are going. I want to know how to coach you as a coach. So that kind of thing, it would ask how many hours or minutes or hours you want to put into the coaching business, things like that. And then at that point, you do your getting started right call. And then from there, you just kind of get to know each other. You kind of get to feel how everything's going. You explain more about our team, the teams above us. I don't really like saying above us because it's a family tree. I guess our other family teams would be a better way to put it. And then for the training videos, I'm going to be coming up. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm going to be coming up with these questions for each video, and I'm going to we're going to send it out to our new coaches. And as they're going through these videos, they're going to answer these questions. And then after that, they finish their training videos, then they'll be added to the team page. And then the other team pages, probably Team Heartwork. I don't know about Team Believe, maybe after a couple months. It just gets very overwhelming. And so once you get through those training videos, you kind of understand more. Not everything. I don't expect everyone to understand as soon as you watch them. But I think it'll kind of help us filter not being overwhelmed your first week or two. And I know that kind of is a thing that happens. But one thing I do want to touch on, Lauren, I know you asked me, and I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you, about new coaches in your organization. So what that means, and this is kind of why it really shows we are a team. So we have a family tree. I'll be up here, and then I have a right leg and a left leg. We don't have to go into the legs. I know we have a minute left. But long story short, when someone above you adds someone like a new coach, they'll be underneath you. So that any of these coaches in your organization, you'll get some of their volume points. So that's why volume is important, because once you hit Emerald, you'll get those cycle bonuses. So anyone underneath you will help you acquire those bonuses. So as a team, if we all work together, we'll all get more of those bonuses, if that makes sense. Does that help? Yeah? Okay. Okay, less than a minute. So if you have any questions, post them on this. I'm going to download it tonight, and I'll post it tomorrow. Post on the team page. We do want to set up another call because I'm really excited about these new standards that are going to be taking place.
Yes.
But yeah,
we can do like a little vote or something on the team page, like what days would be best and stuff like that, so more people can make it.
Yeah.
So like everyone has a say in when the days would be.
Yeah.